name is Carmen, and today we have a reading for you. I think we have maybe got two people who are on a slightly different page in a romance. So we've got someone here who is saying, I want a future with you. I know that things are going well. I didn't know that I would find someone like you, but now that I have, I've started thinking about living together or, getting married or starting a family, whatever it is, they're daydreaming about that type of future with you involved. The problem seems to be on the other person's side. So take it how it resonates, right? But it's coming through as more so the collective is not sure how to handle those emotions because maybe you're not as certain about this person, or maybe you feel like this person's kind of rushing things. Maybe you still feel like you need a little bit of time to get to know them. But we have two people that are on a different page. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. And I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedonestarot@gmail.com. It's in the description box, along with more information on how to become a member, as well as how to find one of my homemade soy candles on Etsy. Alrighty, what shall we do? I think we want the OG, the Rider-Waite, the Waite-Smith. Hello, Key Controller. Hello, James. Good morning, Joaquin. Hello, Dana. How we doing? What else do we have? Ace of Cups. Strength in the reverse. Weaken the knees with love. I know I should be maybe pacing myself, or maybe I need to be a little bit slower to dive right in. This is someone who's fallen in love too quickly. Strength in the reverse. They're nervous. They're like, oh no. What if I've fallen and you're not going to? What's up, Dracula? Hello, how's it going? Is it Gerard? Gerardo? Probably not. I'm probably saying your name wrong and I apologize. I'm trying to figure it out. Can I call you Macias? Hello, what's up, James? Yep, it does happen. It's true. So we have the King of Swords in the reverse with the Hanged Man. This is the I don't know how to handle my emotions. Oh, they're being so... It's like 2 cards for the first one and 2 cards to clarify the second one, right? Because we have one person who's like, oh my gosh, I'm so in love. Let's just spend the rest of our lives together, right? Can't help it. And then the I don't know how to handle my emotions right now. And King of Swords in the reverse is someone who probably doesn't really know what to say. If you've ever been in a situation where someone has told you that they love you and you're like, not there yet, you probably had that like deer in the headlights look like, oh, how do I handle this without your heart breaking right in front of me? So this is someone who's trying to figure out how to have this conversation with a romantic love interest that is maybe moving just a little bit too quickly. Like, hold on, I'm not really along for that ride yet. I need to figure things out. I need to process my own emotions, but it seems like maybe you are just, a hop, skip, and a jump ahead of me here. So you're not letting this person rush you. Hello, Rhodes. How are you doing? Hello, Dwayne. Key controller. We've got the 6 of Wands and the Page of Pentacles. They're great, key controller, but what about those ones that have like a slightly blue tint to the light? I don't like it. 6 of Wands is about victory, recognition, success. Okay, so this is saying if we can take things a little bit slower, then maybe I can get to the same place. But like right now, I've got a lot of other things going on. I can't be like, falling in love in 2 days and ruining all of these other obligations I've got going on. So this is someone who's saying like maybe we can work towards that, but I'm gonna need you to like kind of slow your roll. Just like chill a little bit, right? Hello, Rick. Hello, Lola. Hello, Kings. What's up? 10 of Pentacles, 9 of Swords in the reverse, and the 3 of Cups. I want this long-term relationship. I want to like move in. I'm not even a little bit worried about it. I feel like we are like meant for each other. But with the 3 of Cups, it looks to me like our hesitant individual, the King of Swords in the reverse, is possibly still thinking about another person. Thank you, Lola. I'm going to add that for you. No contact from D. Y. And we're at 6 minutes, so it's probably going to be about 28 minutes or so, and then I'll start on those personal questions. I hope your work day gets a little bit more fascinating. Oh, I'm sorry you're going through something. You can see with Lola just attaching a question to your super chat will add you to the list. Otherwise, I do private readings that are a little bit longer format, and you can email me about those. My email address is in the description box, should be right at the top. Hey, Dana, thank you for the tip. Is the person I'm seeing the right energy for me? I love how you phrase that, Dana. Awesome. I've added that for you as well. Sun in the reverse. 9 of Pentacles in the reverse and the 6 of Cups. Okay, so this 3 of Cups, 6 of Cups could actually be about family. Let me just ask, is this like a romantic 3 of Cups? It could be and it could not be. It really depends on your situation. But what seems to be kind of delaying this King of Swords in the reverse from making a decision on what they want with this connection is they're trying to figure someone else out. I don't think they're trying to figure out the Ace of Cups or the person who's fallen in love. I mean, yes, they're trying to get to know that person. I think they're trying to figure out whether or not there is a conflict or a problem with the family, or if there is an ex that's going to cause drama. Because this Wheel of Fortune, I don't normally take cards like sideways, but it came out decidedly sideways. And with the King of Wands in the reverse, I feel like this is saying, I just want to make sure that this is more than like physical attraction. I just want to make sure that there is nobody who's going to lose their temper, or that, you know, this is, they don't want to rush. Like, it feels like you're rushing me, you know? I need a little bit more time to figure out what I want. This is the Energy Oracle. Hello, Tabitha. How are you doing? Hey, Rachel. Lucky number 13. I love it. Hello, Carla. How are you doing? We've got the Thinking Woman. And the Woman Holding a Coin. Okay. Yet again, we have a reference to somebody who's thinking long-term, right? The coins or pentacles are associated with earth and long-term energy. So this is someone who's like, hey, do you want to be in a relationship with me? Here's my coin. That's how you know I love you. Coin. And then the King of Swords in reverse is like, I don't know. I'm still taking notes. I'm still trying to figure out what your sign is. I don't know. They're like, I'm not decided. I just need some time. Can you just chill? Hello, Karen. How are you doing? I do personal questions after the general reading, Karen. So if you would like to add your question to a super chat or donate a membership, I will add you to the list. Otherwise, I do longer form and private readings by email if you want to email me. That's in the description box. So we have the Garden and the Gate. The card in the gate is about someone who is standing in their front yard, right by the gate, and looking at all of the other things out here, but feeling like they can't leave the safety of their garden. If I go out there, there's, you know, the inclements. Maybe I'll end up like not having food when I need it. They're nervous to leave the comfort of their own heart. I don't know. I think this is someone who's just a little bit nervous about that actual connection, right? And with the cornucopia, this is saying, but this person loves you. You would actually be, I think, pretty happy with this person. But there's a fearful energy here, a hesitation, like, "Mm, I don't know." And I also think it's valid to say that our King of Swords in the reverse feels a bit rushed, right? We want to be patient with people when it comes to emotions. Hello, Mariana, how are you doing? Hello, Blake. Let's remember to park your religious judgments outside, please. Otherwise, you might get, you know, blocked, punted. I'm glad to hear that, Karen. And James, thank you for the tip. Would there be... Do you mean clouds? I hope you find there's more sunshine. I've added that for you, James. Hey, Blake, we are not here to talk about your religion. I'm going to put you in a 5-minute timeout. If you would like to engage with what we are doing on my channel, then excellent. Otherwise, it just kind of seems like you want to come in here, find a podium, and tell everybody that they believe the wrong things. And we ain't going to do that here, honey. Hello, Randall. I remember you. You were trouble a long time ago, so we'll see how this goes. I'm a believer in people are capable of change, so maybe we could be friends, right? Thank you, Carla. Let me add that to the list for you. How does Dwight feel during no contact? Any remorse? I have added that for you. Thank you, Carla. Yeah, sometimes you can find that information in the clouds, right? Oh, Dana, I hope you are feeling better soon. Nah, it's not that you left an imprint. I just have really good memory. Like I have an Excel spreadsheet in my mind. You can ask. There are people who don't show up in my live chat for like a year, and I still remember their first name. Hello, Koto. How are you doing? Thank you. And then the last one we have from the Energy Oracle is the 4th chakra, Archangel Raphael. The 4th chakra is about self-acceptance, something that I wish for everyone on this channel. And I think this has to do with the individual who is not sure how to handle their emotions right now. So understanding what they feel, what they want, and whether or not there might be something that is kind of blocking them from letting go and enjoying that, right? Don't feel like you have to pace your romantic connections based on the other person. But we also don't want to be holding ourselves back, right? We're going to go with the Golden Art Nouveau. Oh, thank you, Lola. Oh, Randall, that's the thing, though. I really enjoy being nice to people. See, I feel like the best thing you can do with your time on this crazy flying rock is, like, be a little positive, like, boop. Oh, you're having a bad day? Let me tell you a stupid joke. Or, you run into somebody at the gas station, complete stranger, but they are looking good this morning. You're not trying to hit on them. You're just going to say, you know what, lady? I like your hair. You know what, dude? You are pulling off those cowboy boots. Look at you go. Got to be careful with that sometimes. Sometimes they'd be like, oh, really? You want to make out? And you're like, nope, now that I see the teeth. Oh. But if you can spread that positivity, why not, right? Comes back to you, I believe. Hello, Cruz. How are you doing? Well, thanks for stopping by. We don't do that here, Bilbo. Which rhymes with something interesting, actually. Once again, folks, this is a zone of no judgment of religion, okay? If this person believes differently and that person believes differently, we're just going to be happy to not judge other people, okay? You'd be surprised how much you can learn in life when you are willing to converse with people that might have slightly divergent views or, a different sacred book that they get their advice from. Don't limit what you can learn about life and the beautiful souls that you can connect with just because they don't believe in the same religious text. All right, so we've got the Knight of Wands in the reverse and the Five of Cups in the reverse. I don't want to regret, I don't want to miss out on something. And I know that I'm falling in love with this person. So that's why I'm going to say I want a future with you. There is some fearlessness here with that Knight of Wands in the reverse. It's like, yeah, you might reject me. That's okay. I guess I'd rather know. If you're not interested, that's fine. Then I'll keep it moving. But this King of Swords, and I feel like that's probably you. It could be that you are, I don't know, I was calling them the Ace of Cups, the person who's in love. We might call them the Knight of Wands. I do think that there is some emotion developing. They just don't know how to handle it. So with the Empress here, it feels to me like there is an opportunity to ground oneself and better understand what those emotions really are. And as a result, we have someone who's saying, you know what? Yeah, actually, I think I do want something serious with this person. Maybe I was just a little bit hesitant. Maybe I was a little bit fearful. Maybe I was nervous that things would, only last for a little while, and then I'd be hearted. But now we have a desire for that serious relationship. Hello, Erasable Ninja. Why you pouting? Aw. Do you want me to be? Hello, Di Mercury. How are you doing? Please call me Carmen if you don't mind. Hello, Steven. How are you doing? They really do, though, don't they? Five of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, and the Four of Cups in the reverse. Okay, so the I don't know how to handle my emotions right now, the King of Swords in the reverse, or the Thinking Woman, right? Because those are the same energies. That's why we don't pay too close attention to the gender in tarot. They can be conflicting. We all have masculine and feminine energy within us. That King of Swords in the reverse, likely you, is worried about this Five of Pentacles energy. What if I give to this connection? What if I, allow myself to feel those emotions and, imagine a future with me, and then you back out? They're nervous about heartbreak, even though this person seems to be very clearly stating how much they love this person and how they want a future. Maybe there's some concern that they're love bombing. Strength in the reverse, High Priestess in the reverse, and the Three of Wands. I don't really care for the High Priestess in the reverse energy here. What are they holding back? Maybe that's why you are not like 100% certain this is the relationship that you want. There's a secret here with that moon. And that's what's been giving you pause. That's what's making you think, Justice in the reverse, Three of Swords in the reverse. If we don't line up, or if we don't have like, the same vision of how things would go in 5 or 10 years, then maybe we shouldn't be investing in that. The King of Swords in the reverse is like, this just feels too good to be true. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's like that. This is the Bianco Nero. Yes, thank you for liking and subscribing. That means a lot to me. Hello, Artis. What are we talking about here? Yes, I hope you get your desired result as well. What else? Eight of Wands in the reverse, the Fool in the reverse. Wow, Three of Wands clarifying the Three of Wands. And you're probably like, why does that matter? Well, first of all, this column that started with the King of Swords in the reverse, then went to the Three of Cups, the Empress, which is number 3. And then we have 2 other threes. So in this column of 5 cards, 80% of the cards were the number 3. And that's telling me we got somebody else involved in this picture. Who else is like maybe a problem? So I haven't thought about this in a long time, but I'm going to say it. Have you ever dated a twin? It is not for the faint of heart. Don't come after me. I'm not saying there's nobody worthy of love that has a twin. I'm just saying it could be a little bit more complicated because there is a very serious connection between the twins. And when you try to date one, you may feel like you are trying to schedule your relationship around the connection they have with their twin. I found that to be kind of difficult, to be honest. Now, this is giving there's another close relationship here. I don't know if it's mom, dad, brother, sister. It could even be you're co-parenting with an ex, and that's really frustrating to deal with because of how your ex handles things. Whatever it is, there's someone else here, and it's like, yeah, I mean, I think I could fall in love with you, but what about that person over there? They're like mean mugging me, you know? Strange example that just popped into my mind is I used to watch Geordie Shore, which is like Jersey Shore, but without like without the blur outs on the nudity, I think, right? It's been a while since I watched it. But Geordie Shore had Charlotte and Gaz. And at a certain point, spoiler alert, Gaz goes his own way, right? Finds somebody new. I mean, I guess Charlotte did too, but whatever. I would think there was always a little bit of concern because of how public their relationship was and how, they just kind of keep going back to each other or kept going back to each other. There was probably a little bit of hesitation, right? Like, are you really done with that? Are you really ready to get into a relationship? Because everybody knows that was crazy. Hello, Ryder. How are you doing? Aw, thank you. I like that. What else do we have? 4 of Cups and the Hanged Man. All right, I get it. You're nervous. This is like, yeah, I mean, maybe it would be a great relationship. Maybe that would go really well. But this other person involved in the picture makes me nervous. This other person could complicate things and make me question whether or not there's really a future there. So the Strength card is coming out for our King of Swords in the reverse, who is saying, if I need to just like kind of delete those emotions because I see too much potential for problems with that third party, then I can just like keep it moving. But if I really like allow myself to think about those emotions and, get into a serious relationship, am I just signing myself up for some sort of drama? you know? Nine of Cups in the reverse, Two of Wands, and the Two of Swords in the reverse. But for this Knight of Wands, or the person who seems to be rather in love, they're looking at this as, no, no, no. I know that there's somebody else who's making this complicated, but I've made my decision. I don't care if that person approves. I don't care if my ex is still into me. I don't care if my mom thinks that you're not cool enough for me. I've made up my mind. They can't influence me. But this King of Swords in the reverse, really? Is that what you think? I don't know if I believe you. People will say things, and sometimes they're true and sometimes they're not, right? Master of the obvious over here. I feel like that's why we have I don't know how to handle my emotions. I might want a future with you as well. I might see that things could be lovely with you. But that over there, that makes me nervous. Why is that person always watching our business? Why is that person always commenting on our business? You know, that kind of thing. Hello, Catherine. How are you doing? Ten of Wands, King of Pentacles. Ooh, I love that. We have the Devil in the reverse right next to the Strength card in the upright. Tasty. And the Four of Swords. All right, I respect it. King of Swords coming through as the King of Pentacles. They're saying, all right, here's the deal. If we need to decide whether this is over or if we're getting into a relationship, then let's have a chat about that person over there. That person you're co-parenting with or that family member of yours, they're making it difficult for me to see a way to be in a happy relationship with you because they meddle or because whatever, right? It's going to make it more complex. So can you help me to see how that's not actually a big problem? Can you help me to understand the boundaries or how you approach that to make sure that I feel respected if we were in a relationship? There's a conversation that finally happens. It's not just, oh, there's some weirdness and I don't know what to say. It's, here's my problem. I think that we could be happy, but this concerns me. And that's the best way to go about it, right? Gotta have a conversation about it. No, we want the situations deck. Hello, Tracy. How are you doing? Hello, Witch King. How are you doing? Ooh, I'm gonna have to read this one. Aww. Yeah. Maud, you're going to have to find something else that is your North Star in life. Trying to tell people about the brimstone and the fire that awaits them, it's not working for you. You might think that you are helping, but basically what you're doing is expelling people away from what you're trying to get them to embrace. If you've ever heard of the carrot versus the stick, you know, maybe you're a little bit too big of a fan of the stick. That's it. That's it. You ain't gonna get what you want doing it the way that you're doing it. Yeah, right? Haley. Ooh, let's add that for you. I hope your day is going well. Message to the ex. Well received or no? I like that, Witch King. I hope you have a lovely day. You know what's interesting? Your username is Witch King. I'm sure there are plenty of people that would judge you based on that being your username. And yet you're saying, spread love this morning. I love that. I love that. That's what we should all be doing. All right. Retaliation, punish, payback, revenge. See, this is the problem. Yeah, like I'm falling in love with you, but you got that questionable person attached to you, and I don't think they like me very much. It feels like they're mean mugging me. It feels like they're mad at me, especially if this is your ex that you have a child with. I feel like it's only a matter of time before we have some sort of, you know, concerning encounter. So, how am I supposed to feel comfortable getting into a relationship with you when that person's like staring me down? So, the question becomes, is there a way to deal with this past? Is there a way to kind of temper that third party situation? I don't think it's cheating. I really have to be clear. This is either family or someone who they had a child with, but I don't feel any kind of like, I want that person. This Knight of Wands person is focused on you. They want you. But they might not have been dealing with that other person in the best of ways. Boundaries. Expectations need to be communicated. We have obsession, divine feminine, and divorce. All right, well, that kind of makes it clear. Now, I'm going to be real straight about this, though, because I feel like we need to be acknowledging that this divorce card could mean not that this person you're falling in love with or who has fallen in love with you has an ex that they got divorced from. Yes, that is possibly the most common interpretation of this reading. But it could also be that you have a family member, father, mother, sister, brother, who just got divorced and they're struggling to see you happy in a relationship, or they're struggling to see that person that they're related to or whatever happy in a relationship. But I do think for the majority of you, this is a person who is mean mugging the new love interest because their love failed. Maybe they don't even talk to this person, but it's a concern. Because they have you in their crosshairs, and I don't like that. They're like petty about you. All right, we're going to start on those personal questions right after the Kipper. Let's see if we got like the courtship or the marriage card, and I think we can handle those emotions, we can figure it out. But the clear block here seems to be that person who is judging the relationship. Thank you for subscribing and liking. I appreciate that, Rich King. And did I miss anybody? Yep. Yeah, you got to be able to navigate those kind of tricky waters. When there's someone else's emotions involved, that can make it really complicated. So, great fortune and false person. The great fortune in this case is the love. I know. A lot of you are like, oh, I'll go win the lottery. Why are you like ruining my dreams like that? The great fortune is the relationship. This person loves you. This person wants to be good to you. And all I can see is they are focused on you. Ain't nobody going to distract them from you. But their ex or family member, whoever this is definitely looking for a way to ruin it for you. They're like, you don't deserve that. You don't deserve to steal that person from me. So, how can I find a way to ruin that relationship for you and make that person, or even make you feel like a relationship would just make you feel trapped? So, there's communication between this false person. For the sake of simplicity, I'll refer to them as jealous ex. They're going to try to have a conversation with maybe even both of these individuals to try to break up that relationship because they're jealous. Oops. But I don't think they're going to be able to end the connection. It does feel to me like the new relationship is something that is really important to the person that you're involved with. and I think it's becoming more and more important to you. So navigate those conversations with respect, but also be very clear. And it seems to me like your person's going to do the same. So I like that. All right, let's see what we've got for these personal questions. We've got Lola, and then Dana, and then James, Carla, and then Lee. Hey, Carrie, how are you doing? You know, if I was in St. Paul, I would go eat some cheese curds at the Nook. I miss that place. I miss it. But I also miss Poncheros, and they have that in the cities too. I miss those. So many good places. And then the burger at the parlor. I'm clearly super hungry because all I can think about is the food back in the Twin Cities. But that parlor burger. Okay, I'm done. So we have Lola up first, and Lola wants to know, why are we no contact? Why is D not contacting? Queen of Wands in the reverse, Page of Pentacles, Emperor in the reverse, Six of Wands in the reverse, Knight of Wands. I think D has been distracted by someone else. I think there is someone who has caught D's attention. Queen of Wands in the reverse and the Knight of Wands both signal to me somebody who is maybe thinking with the lower part of their body instead of the upper part of their body. And then we have Justice. And this, with that scale, it's like I'm weighing the pros and cons. Should I be going this way? Should I be going that way? But the Emperor is in the reverse, which tells me D is not managing this with respect. Instead, there is an air of secrecy or obscurity. And D needs to make a decision. So it's like I can't be honest with you about what's going on because I don't know what I want yet. And that's not very respectful towards you. So we have Strength and the Stars in the reverse. If it feels off to you, if it's not going to work for you, then walk away. Oh, Marcus, I'm so excited for you. You got everything all set up? 2 weeks, huh? I hope everything goes so well for you. And if anyone can send some positive energy towards Marcus for the birth of his baby, I would be very appreciative. Lola, I think, let me just see one other thing. Is there anybody else who is interested in Lola? There sure is. Three of Pentacles. Now, maybe it's too soon for that, right? But I like to sweeten the pot just a little bit. This person may not be focused on you, but maybe you don't have to focus on them. There's someone else who likes you. All right. I hope that you get a mature communication from D that helps you understand what's going on. But remember, if somebody is willing to leave you in a state of confusion regarding your emotional connection, that is already a sign of disrespect, and you deserve better than that. Let's see what we have for Dana. Got the person that I'm seeing. Is that the right energy for me? Page of Pentacles in the reverse. Could be, but right now, no. It feels to me like there is a process going on. It's like mid-process of acceptance or forgiveness. So right now, there is something that makes for a difficult emotional connection because the Emperor is in the reverse. A lack of self-control, perhaps, or a lack of confidence, maybe. We have the Ace of Swords in the reverse and the Ten of Cups in the reverse, Devil in the reverse, Fool in the reverse. So honestly, maybe slower pace or don't make anything serious for a little while. Give this person a little bit of space, perhaps. But there is something that needs to be addressed on this person's side. And I feel they are serious about it. It's just that they're not done with that yet. So they're not ready for the new adventure yet or the new connection. Give it a little while, and I think then they would have the right energy for you. All right, let's see what we've got for James. This is the Jack-o'-lantern tarot. You hear my stomach growl? Hello, how's it going, Cat Eyes? What's up? Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Marcus. Hello, Invade. What's up? Hello, CJ. Let's see if there are going to be clouds in James's coffee this week. Your intuition is on point, James. There will be a little bit of discord or upset with temperance in the reverse, but I also see you overcoming that with the Six of Wands. So you're right to anticipate it, and your anticipation of it also means that you are more capable of dealing with it quickly and not letting it turn into some bigger deal than it needs to be. It's coming through as a difficult conversation, and you address it like an adult and you do it quickly, and therefore it's like ripping the band-aid off, right? And that's the way to deal with it. So yes, a little bit of a frustration or, you know, some anxiety, but you're a boss, so you handle it. Mischief managed. You'll be just fine. Let's see what we've got for Carla. We've got, how does Dwight feel during no contact? Is there any remorse? Is Dwight experiencing remorse during no contact? I don't know if I would call it remorse so much as he feels like this is the right thing to do, and yet also feels like there is unfinished business. So I think this comes down to timing. I think that Dwight is open to things in the future, but doesn't feel like right now is okay, and is sticking to his guns on that. What I'm going to say is if somebody expects you to just like wait around until they're ready, I'm not the biggest fan of that. If timing is the problem, okay, that's fine. But I would not sit around and wait for this person. It is not a dentist's lobby. You do not have an appointment. And this person has no right to expect you to wait. So if you have something in the future, awesome. But I would look at this as he doesn't have regrets. He doesn't have remorse. He feels like this is the right thing to do. Therefore, see what else is out there, right? Enjoy your time. Hello, Lemonade. How you doing? Hello, Seven Wonders. How's your day? All right. Let's see what we have for Lee. Was the message to Lee's ex well received? You're welcome, Carla. All right, I'm impressed. Yes, it was well received. 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. The Fool, the Four of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, and the Ace of Cups. I do feel like there's like a softer energy here. Like, yeah, I get it. And determination to try to do something a little bit different. Is this saying that the ex has a better attitude? Spirit guides are like, no, let's not get carried away. But I think to be honest with themselves that throwing a temper tantrum or being unreasonable about this isn't going to do anyone any favors. So this is, I think, prioritizing, right? The message has an intention, and I agree with the intention. Do I like all of the stuff that goes with it? No, not really, but I think I'm just going to have to be like, well, yeah, you're right. So maturity, I guess. I'm happy to see that. Possibly encouraged by a lawyer. um, and then Marcus, did you want me to pull some cards for you? I don't know if I saw a question on there. Yes, I agree, Witch King. While I wait for Marcus, and maybe this is what he would have wanted anyways, I'm going to do a quick freebie for Seven Wonders. How much does D love me? And if I could just ask you, Seven Wonders, to make sure that you are subscribed and that you liked the video, I appreciate that. How much does D love Seven Wonders? Ten of Pentacles in the reverse, Ten of Wands in the reverse. This is not the answer I was hoping for. That's like in an overwhelming kind of way. Okay, we got the Two Cups. I like that. But the Ten of Pentacles being in the reverse, it's like fleeting to me. And I don't think that's what we want, right? And Six of Cups, Two Cups, Six Cups. Honestly, this is looking to me kind of like a puppy love. I love you, but maybe not for the right reasons. Maybe if there's a stressful situation, that love isn't as reliable as I thought it would be. We have the Lovers and the Queen of Cups in the reverse. So I do feel like D loves you, but I feel like there's healing that needs to happen and that there is something a little bit emotionally manipulative in this connection. So there needs to be some personal growth. There needs to be some, I think, some acceptance of personal responsibility. And that is currently getting in the way. So do they love you? Yes. But a little maturity needs to happen. And I feel like you have the patience for that. You have the Ten of Swords and the Page of Cups. There's going to be an ending or a frustrating turn of events. And the way things are handled enables D to level up or understand a little bit more clearly the relationship that you have. Hello, Tyler. Aw, I'm sorry you're having such a rough go of it, but hey, maybe keep that to yourself. Erasable Ninja, are you only emojis? Do you have thoughts and words? Opinions? All right, I don't see anything from Marcus, but I will keep my eyes peeled for him. I think he might have just been saying he's excited. I love you all. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subscribes. Thank you for hyping if you are able to. And I will see you on the next reading. Toodles.